There was like a pink moon, and 9 black figures danced underneath. And they held white, I want to say wands, but it was not clear what they held. And I became tingly, prickly, hypersensitive during the final reading. And then, in 4 blasts, amidst a very faint red, was those 4 blasts of euphoria down me. Relieving pain, relieving stiffness, leaving me feeling very content. It's very apparent that scavenger hunts originate from the mythic, and may be better understood through the grimoires. All the items that one collects and uses are full of meaning and purpose, and one's got to figure out what that is. Some of the dangerous, legally, health-wise, are stupid things aren't so literal, right? It's like we know nowadays that you don't want to even touch mercury, especially if you have some sort of sore or coordination issues. Aleister Crowley tried to correct formulas. He didn't just create the, rectify the Christian formulas for the New Age or to balance them. He did that also with what are called the pagan formulas that he came across. And some of the issues with Aleister Crowley are really issues with the sources that he had not being so accurate. Our misunderstanding that it was all about being a bad boy or a drug addict or whatever. And that wasn't quite it. And his involvement in spirits and all that wasn't, it wasn't so satanic as people think. That wasn't really the thing, even, when that ended up being a part of it. And Aleister Crowley put, riddles. And the same goes with the Kabbalah, that there is space for other alphabets other than the 22-lettered one. I've showed elsewhere, I'm not sure if I label it as a video, how you can set yourself up a 30-path tarot with the 11th sphere. Some superstitions developed about the 11th sphere and the number 11. So they said that there can only be the, let's call it the center of the chest and the head. But you can't have both. Like, that really points out how it doesn't make any sense. And if it's theoretical, basically it's trying to get you past the point where it's so dogmatic. In their system, they have 3 new cards. Conquest, Alchemy, and Unity. O, Infinity and glottal stop, the doubling mark, whatever you want to call it. And some say 5 new paths. You know, didn't they say that they had 5 paths instead of so? So the 3 cards that they have, Anath, Kothar, and a Yogi, are, you know, that sort of thing. So this could be said to be an extension, you know, splitting of the tower, maybe the Pei and the Fei. So maybe you could say, if you're going to use the ancient Aramaic, Aramea, biblical Hebrew, as some might call it, Phoenician, Canaanitic, or whatever, you'd want to split the P and the F. And infinity, maybe this is an extension of the full, but it looks to be more like the magician card, like it's the second one of that, or maybe it's the second one of the art or temperance card. And you know, the yogi is that a hierophant, or, you know, a subdivision of that? A person might conclude that Aleister Crowley was stopped from his received riddle in the 76th verse of the 2nd chapter of Liber Alva Legis. 4638 ABK 24ALGMOR 3YX 2489 RPSTOVAL. What meaneth this, O prophet? Thou knowest not, nor shalt thou ever know. There cometh one to follow thee, he shall expound it. But remember, O chosen one, to be me, to follow the love of new in the starlit heaven, to look forth upon men, to tell them this glad word. Perhaps it's the accepting of that authority that he wouldn't know that kept him from knowing, and it opened those who were students